A little bit of tips using Laravel, like when you are struggling with views or building your own views and you want to use templates, which is really fine. I also use templates all the time, maybe, or at least most of my project I use templates, but there is a tips that you might didn't know. The first one is, let's see, for example, if you want like using this SB admin template, which is what I have here, the first thing you do is just take what you need, which is this, and this is what I need. So now we are going to move it to views like so, and now in views we are going to create a new folder called parts, and then another one will be pages. So the parts is where our component or parts from the page that we are using often throughout all of the page, right? So you can extract this part like the style sheet, so you don't need to write it all over again. So you can just do this, Control X, and then on the parts, new file, let's call it style sheet dot blade.php, right? Paste it here. Okay, we haven't copied the assets, so let's do it real quick. We are going to make copy it on the public folder, so we can just use the asset function in the views, like around here we can just use that. So I'll show you real quick. So move it to public, done. Now we need to change this to using double curly brackets like so, and then parentheses, single quote, in front of the parentheses let's type asset like this, and we do the same thing for the other what do you call it, CSS file or any kind of assets like so. Set. Okay, next. Okay, what's the good thing about this? Well, now that you extract the style sheet over here, since we are going to use it pretty much all over the page, like as you can see here, it's the same thing. In the profile, it's also the same thing. In the table, same thing. So we can just use a blade directive called include. So we can just include the page and it will load just fine. So parts dot style sheet like this. Save. Oh yeah, we need to rename this to blade.php. Okay, now we need to move this to pages. Move. Yep. Okay, there is another part, like I will show you actually. So in the index here we have this navbar, and then if we open profile, let's say, it's also using the same navbar. So what we can do, we can also extract the navbar by, let's find the navbar first. So this is the side menu or a sidebar, and this is the pretty much your navbar or top bar, whatever you want to call it, right? So you can extract the navbar from the body which is fine. But let's see, this wrapper. Okay, so this wrapper is for the whole thing from here to here. So that means we can extract it, just the navbar right here, and then nav, okay, X, Control X, and then make a new file in the parts. Let's say navbar plate.php, right? Paste it here. Okay, save. In here we can just add include parts.navbar, and then let's see again, there is a footer which just said this, and this button which is used in pretty much all of the template here. So we can also extract it by finding, okay, this is the footer and this is the back to top button, right? So this, extract it, create a new file in parts called footer.plate.php, save this, and then here we can just include parts.footer. And then we also see that the scripts here, there is a scripts, two scripts, not a scripts, what, two scripts that also used in pretty much all the page. Like if we go down here, yep, see, okay, and the table, it's also the same thing. Even the login, I believe, yep, it's also doing so. It's also using the scripts, so we can again extract it. So okay, Control X, new file, let's name it scripts, put it here. Okay, and then we can just add include parts.scripts like this. What's the good thing about this? So the good thing is, if you need to change or add something to, let's say, the style sheet, right? Let's say you create your own style sheet for like position or the colors to override this bootstrap. You can just add it here and the whole thing will change. You don't need to put it one by one, like let's say in the profile you want to use the same, let's say you add a button, right? You add a button, you style your own button, you override this bootstrap. You have to add one by one in here, and then oh yeah, I need to use the same button on tables. You put it here again. Like it saves a lot of time. It kind of like almost a nuisance in this context, like you have to extract things and then use include, but it's also will be easier for you in the future. So if you again you want to add something, or you want to add the navbar, since the navbar is used in index, profile and table, if you put one by one here, you have to add, let's say you want to add a new item, you have to add here, and then in the table you have to add another one. Like it's a pretty, what's the word I'm looking for, it just needs a lot of time, needs more time obviously. But if you extract it like this, you will be fine, it will work just fine. But now we need to change this first, because apparently we don't use the asset function. Okay. Okay, this is the script. Then footer. Okay, we don't need. Okay. Okay. It's all good. Let's see. The roots web. Let's change this to pages.index. Okay, let's serve this. PHP serve. Oh, artisan serve. Okay. I will let this one open so we can see like the difference, or like if we make mistakes. So host. Yep, it works the same. So yeah, it will save you a lot of time, which is great. So you don't need to again change one by one per file. Okay, that's all for these tips. See ya.